So we'll wait for him. So he's now on alert. So he's got his gun out because he's on alert because of what just happened. Right. Wait, what did I even do? Right, well, we're following the green line anyway. Out the way! I don't have time for this. Right, so we could follow the green line on further. That might actually get us somewhere, because leaving now and heading to the red route didn't get us anything whatsoever. So full health will be good. Maybe switch to Auspex, gives me an idea of what's out, what if anyone's out there. Oop, he's just there. Guy standing just there, maybe he'll walk off in a moment. Sounds like someone close is walking away. Could we have gone out the door? Can't go through. Oh, okay, so we would have had to have gone through the window anyway. Anything else we can do? No, that's all this room's for. It's that one item. And if we jump out here, he's going to see us. Right.
Hey, hold it.
And I could have done a stealth kill there, but that's naughty. We're not meant to do stealth kills. Okay, so we come around here. Ooh, another door. The workroom key. Right, so we found the museum key. Oh, that's not what that music was for. We've retrieved the fetish. Something. I wonder if we have to actually officially find well, not officially, but technically find the. Oh dear. Computer. Let's have a gander. Email. This might give us the information we need. I hate my job. Right. Ooh. Right. Johansson. FYI, I'll be showing Dr. Johansson around personally. I think he'd prefer not to be pestered by the junior staff. Of course, if you have a question, I'll try to ask him for you. Next. Fetish. Relax, Pam. I had him move the statue into another office. Oh, and it told me to say hi. So she's getting freaked out by it, whoever it is. In keeping with good security practices, we have changed the code for Area B2 to 2358, effective immediately. I encourage all of you to change your email passwords as well if you haven't done so in the last 3 months. I could be mean and delete them, but I think of it 2358. We need to get into this results page. Right, 2358, which is the door just there. Let me in. Lab results. View the lab results. Analysis incomplete. Estimated time of completion 5 hours. Okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but it's not helpful in-game. But I'm just being nosy anyway. Two, 3, 5, 8. Oh, come on, come on, come on! Right, so we've done better this way. Getting into that room was quite helpful. We didn't need the notepad to get the code, though we may not have needed the code at all. Yeah, 2358, and we've got that workroom key, which I think might let us get through a bit easier. Oh, that's just what the sound that makes. Right. So we'll wait for it to get there and then start to turn. Right. So I think we want to get here. Oh, that's just a container. I thought that was like a lorry. Oh, pants. Open the door. Run, 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 because they don't seem to go in here. Hopefully I now have the key to this. Hopefully this is the workroom. Ooh, oh. Is it?
I can't understand why someone would go through the trouble of stealing a box with a very ancient corpse. This city's not that dull.
What are you doing here? Yeah, Beckett, what are you doing here?
I'm an archaeologist, so I thought I'd indulge in a quick study of this Ankaran sarcophagus everyone's so riled up about. My guess, from what I've read about it, is that it's a mummified Mesopotamian king. I needed confirmation.
Well, did you get to examine it at all?
Oh, I really wish I had. All this speculation about the sarcophagus containing an antediluvian and being a portent of Gehenna is making me cringe. These are the kinds of ridiculous, superstitious assumptions I came here to debunk.
Right. You made me jump. This cutscene made me jump getting in here, but oh well. I'd love it if, like, they're in the warehouse. It's like, oh, sorry, no, we can't go in and shoot them. They're in the middle of a cutscene. We kind of know what Gehenna is. That's kind of the apocalypse. All vampires die. But I think we know what antediluvians are. Oh, we'll ask anyway. Antediluvians? What are they?
No one I know has ever met one. But each of the clans and their bloodlines supposedly trace their origin to an original vampire, an antediluvian. Some swear these grandsires still exist into the present. But then, kindred and kind believe a lot of strange things.
And what about Gehenna?
Armageddon, doomsday, the end of all kindred. It's a common facet of most mythologies. Fear that the world will end. Many believe Cain and the antediluvians will return to consume or destroy all kindred. I wholeheartedly disagree.
Why do you disagree?
As I said, many cultures have the fear of some form of apocalypse. Kindred believed in these stories when they were human, and naturally carried them over into kindred myth. But it doesn't take a supernatural act to cause widespread destruction. Humans and kindred are just as capable of managing their own destruction as a deity. A self-realized Gehenna warrants more vigilance than a god-induced one, don't you agree? Such is my argument, which so frequently falls on deaf ears.
Why would I ask about thin bloods? I'm confused. Are there any other kind of signs of Gehenna that people look for?
What prophecy doesn't have vague apocryphal signs? Let's see. The usual ones cited are the appearance of thin bloods, Cain sightings, doom, gloom, that route.
Right. Sorry. Well, what about thin bloods?
Thin bloods rarely exhibit features or powers of their clan, and many can't embrace. Some are even rumored to have reproduced. Many kindred are terrified that their weak blood heralds the dissipation of every bloodline. Somewhat of an ignorant reactionary response, don't you think?
And who's Cain? I don't really want to say two, but who's Cain?
Cain is the biblical first kindred and founder of the mythological first city, Enoch, a place where kindred and kind coexisted. I believe Cain's a figure concocted to personify the transition from nomadic society to agrarian society. That myth, like most, has been twisted by time.
This is all quite fascinating. How long have you been studying kindred lore?
For 300 years I've been trying to determine the function of our existence, the kindred's role in the world. I'm not content to attribute it to some act of supernatural biblical vengeance. We exist for a reason, and if it takes another 300, I'll figure it out. Any thoughts?
None of those are incredibly sensible. were mutations, then why does it spread the way it does? I think one is the most sensible of the four. We're a predatory species, like lions.
Yes, I've heard that theory before. It certainly seems plausible, but there's little proof to support it. Still, it's a better explanation than a divine sentence for manslaughter.
It'd be murder, by the way. It was planned, so it'd be some malice of forethought means it would be murder. I really don't know.
My sentiments exactly, but there's time to rectify that. Well, my work here is stolen away into the night. Think I'll do the same.
I don't really want to say two. I don't want the prince to have the sarcophagus if it is as powerful as people think it is. Goodbye, Beckett. Hooray! And I did it without killing anyone, by running through like a madman. Well, the first attempt. Second one was a bit more stealth run. Wonderful.